Successful afternoon to one and all present here. I am extremely privileged to welcome you all for our English elocution competition for this academic year 2023 to 24 for grade 9 students. English is not just a language, it's a passport to endless opportunities. Let's start the session with Tamil Thai Valthu.
நீராறும் கடலுளுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெளிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமெதில் தெக்கணமும் மதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Please be seated, everyone. Now I would like to call Ms. V Kritika ma'am to deliver welcome address.
If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Pleasant afternoon to one and all present here. I am extending a warm welcome to everyone gathered here. I feel privileged to welcome our respected Principal Sir, lovable HMM, Honorable AO Sir, and Vice Judges M. Acha Madhuram, BSc in Zoology, MA in Public Administration, Diploma in Primary Education, B.Ed, MD in Acupuncture, and MS Divya, AM Divya Ma'am, MA MPhil, Department of English. Last but not least, I would like to welcome our supportive parents, technicians, and my dear students. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to each and everyone. Let's make together memorable and enriching experience together. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to start our English elocution competition for grade 9 students.
Topics: the magic of book, my favorite book. Second one, don't judge a book by its cover. Third, challenge and opportunities in digital world. Rules and regulation: students should give their speech in the English language. Each student is allowed to express their thoughts 3 to 4 minutes. Students should memorize their content and do not allow to use any hint. Marks will be given based on their content, lucidity of language, presentation, pronunciation, and body language. The decision of judges will be the final. Lot number 1, Sara Angelina. Sorry.
A very good afternoon to esteemed Principal Sir, respective teachers, judges, and my dear friends. I am feel privileged to stand before you today. Together, let us explore the significance of don't judge a book by its cover and uncover the profound lessons it holds. The expression is self-explanatory and has a significant meaning. It implies that we should not judge a people solely by their appearances. In actuality, a person's actions and character count the most. Looking at an object or person's immediate external acceptance is quicker and easier. Many find it difficult to deal with unsettling sensation of uncertainty that comes to speaking to the stranger. So, in order to make things easier on themselves, they assign in a new friend and a label and act accordance with that label. External appearances might be very deceptive. We can find ourselves drawn to an attractive person, but it could be a disaster for a life. Taking a things at a face values is silly since some items can appear so good or completely worthless. A person must be evaluated on the basis of his or her abilities, not just on the outside. By looking at someone's appearances, we can learn nothing about them. Never let something can used to be evaluate someone's character. Something that lacks attractive features could be considered more valuable than something. That is, we should always look beyond what we see on the surface and try to understand the reality of the situation. This saying is very relevant in today's world, where people often judge based on their looks and their superficial factors. This saying is very important because it helps us to avoid making mistakes in our lives. For example, if we see a person who is well dressed having a nice car, we might, this person is wealthy and successful. However, it may not be a case. A person might have borrowed the clothes and a car or might have be in debt. Therefore, we should not never judge by its cover. It's wrong to judge a people by their appearances. Some individuals can believe that the book cover is having an attractive design and elaborate writing. It makes us too superior to the plain book, but always doesn't happen. The book contents are not matched with our expectation. Therefore, we should not judge a people or a book by its cover. So, looks beyond appearances, don't judge by appearances. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity and thank you all.
Excellent, dear. As the quote says, it is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light.
Lot number 2, R. Akshaya. R. Akshayam.
Pleasant morning everyone, and while I'm introducing myself, I would like to thank my fellow mates and all the respected persons gathered here for your attention. Let me express some opinions of mine related to the topic I chose, challenges and opportunities in digital world. As the saying goes, everything has two phases. Let's go with the challenges first. Can you guess which is considered as a major challenge for this digital society? Well, cybersecurity has broke the ice, I think. With the increasing use of digital technology, cybersecurity has become a major concern. Business and individuals need to take steps to protect their data and devices from cyber attacks, and they are protecting it because they are adults. But what about children? They are becoming a prey to cyber attacks as they didn't have the knowledge of cybersecurity. Even though the government provides enough knowledge to everyone, still somewhere unaware of it. It is the sad truth of today's world. It feels good when we chat with new friends online, but it won't feel the same when they start to misuse our personal information. Am I right? At first, everything seems good, but when we start to notice some unusual changes from our online friends, those things we thought was good will slowly show its true color. Though we are just hearing it, we were terrified, aren't we? But some were experiencing, and will experience. We can't change the past, but we can change the present and the future. A small thing can bring up a big difference. Like that, a small mistake may lead to a huge impact. Those small mistakes include weak passwords, hackers, and mobiles and computer viruses. The time's up. We have to learn from the past. Nearly 20% of the children's and 40% of teenagers' life was ruined by cyber attacks. Others may see them poor or innocent, but according to me, that's all their fault. Their life would have gone smoothly if they hadn't sent any of their personal infos to strangers. That's what I'm saying, and that's what the government's saying too. Be safe. You're the sculptors of your life. Just a small mistake, the game's over. So be careful. By this, I'm not saying you that the digital world is dangerous, and I'm not against it. Though it has some cons, there are some good things present in it too. Let's see what are those I refer to as good things. The first is, because of the increased usage of digital technology, it leads to the large number of job opportunities, which results in the growth of an economic prosperity in a country. It helps students to get answers for their doubts within a fraction of seconds in so many ways, which helps to educate the future citizens even more faster. The greatest benefit of digitalization is that it empowers people to do what they want. It lets people to be creative. It allows people to be productive. From movies to ebooks to news, everything is on our hands. You can get to read books, watch insightful movies with no hustle while lying on the bed. Digitalization has touched upon the revolution of the financial sector. Online banking has become that common in these days. Technology has helped. Apart from banking, there are so many ways of managing the financial account of an individual and business. Technology has made it much easier for business corporations. Right here, that I'm speaking, even though my parents aren't here, they can watch me through the live. This is the best practical example I can give for how the world has been improved by digitalization. And once again, I'm thanking each and every one of you for your attention and support for me till the end. Thank you.
Extraordinary words and voice, dear. Believe you can, and you are halfway there.
Lot number 4, S Nisha. S Nisha.
A room without book is like a body without soul. A room without book is like a body without soul. Truthful afternoon all, I'm Ms. Nisha from 9th A1. Today I'm standing before you to give a speech regarding the magic of books, my favorite story. We have 5 senses. They are seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling and feeling by touching something. These are fundamental senses. Similarly, we have 6 sense organs. They are eyes, nose, mouth, teeth, skin and knowledge. How do we get the knowledge? By experience. How do we get the experience? It is possible by our past, present, future happening of our life. Not only ours, but also others. That is obtained from books. So books are very important to us. If book shows the magic to us, think about it. I don't believe in kind of magic in my books. But I do believe something very magical can happen when you read a good book. Yes, it is true. Good books are good friends. It is a truthful sentence also, because books are friends who never leave your side. I find the saying to be very true, as book has always been there for me. I enjoy reading books. They have the power to help us to travel through worlds without moving from our place. In addition, it also enhances our imagination. Growing up, my parents and teachers encouraged me to read lots of books. It taught me the importance of reading. Subsequently, I have read several books. One book that will always be my favorite is Harry Potter. Yes, it is one of the most interesting book of my life I never read. Harry Potter was a series of books authored by one of the most eminent writer of our generation, J.K. Rowling. This book showcases the wizarding world and its working. J.K. Rowling has been so successful at weaving a picture of this world that it feels real. Although the series contains 7 books, I have particular favorite. And my favorite from the series is The Goblet of Fire. Yes, even though the books are about the full of magic and wizards, but Harry Potter series contains lot of lessons for young people to learn. First, it taught us the importance of friendship. I have read several books, but I never come across a friendship of that Harry, Hermione and Ron. These 3 musketeers stuck together and never gave up throughout the earth. It taught me the value of good friend. Further, this series taught me that no one is perfect. Everyone has good and evil inside them. We are the ones who choose what we wish to be. Yes, the word choices remembered me one thing. It has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. You always have a choice. Choose a better side of it. But it's through books only. Yes, coming back to the point, we saw that fallen characters like Snape had goodness inside them, and the nicest one, Dumbledore, has bad traits. This taught me that I changed my perspective towards the people and made me more considerate. Finally, this book gave me the hope. It taught me the meaning of the hope, like the light at the end of the tunnel. It gave me the strength to climb on the hope in the most depressed time, like Harry did all his life. Yes, in conclusion, reading of all good books is like a finest conversation with the finest people of past centuries. Book is a form of political actions. Books are knowledge. Books is a reflection. Book change your mind. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go, throw your TV set away. Indeed, please keep a lovely bookshelf at home. By this ordering, commanding, reading and saying, I finish my oration. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to share my views on this topic. Thank you.
Fantastic to hear. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
Lot number 5, R. Nitya Priya.
Good afternoon to each and everyone present here. I am going to speak about don't judge a book by its cover. It is not right to assess a people on the basis of the appearance. Some people take look at a cover of a book and feel that the designer, color and fancy text may be not better than a plain book. So however does not happen, the inside of the book may be not what you accept. So never judge a book or person by its cover. Why you should not judge a book by its cover? As a look can be deceptive, forming opinion on the basis of seeing surface is wrong. It is because after taking the deeper look can we understand what is the other person is. Everything in life that appears to be attractive does not necessarily have great value. So judging by appearance can be misleading. This same fact said in another way, a book cannot judge by cover. A book with very attractive cover maybe not have readable material on the inside of the book. On other hand side, a book with very dull cover maybe have very interesting. So this is a true almost everything in life. Gandhiji was just a jyoti, but he is still held a great reference throughout the world. Abraham Lincoln was endowed good looks, but he is considered as the greatest American president. So it is only right to say that all that glitters are not gold. Thank you everyone.
Superb dear. Books and doors are the same thing. You open them and you go through into another world.
Lot number 6, Sarup Kanva.
Good afternoon everyone present here. Today I am going to give a speech on the topic don't judge a book by its cover. This is an age-old adage that I am quite sure everyone is familiar with. This is a proverb that is also pretty self-explanatory. One must never judge a person based on their physical appearance. One must not underestimate them. Either thus critiquing a person based on their physical appearance, be it good or bad, is a very wrong thing to do. After all, appearances can be deceptive. A person who is physically good looking and dresses impeccably does not imply that their character is equally good. Similarly, a shabbily clothed person need not be inherently bad either. Thus, never judge, learn to respect and acknowledge the feelings of another. Don't judge a book by its cover. Outfit don't define your character, your behavior, dress. Great achievement or born not from fancy suits but from great mind, and great mind do not need any suits to feel and look important. Only the shallow looks an outfit, but the wise knows to look beyond the outfit. Look at the person beyond the outfit and it's easy to look at people and make quick judgments about them, their present and their past. You couldn't be amazed at the pain and tears a single smile hide. What a person shows to the world is only one tiny facet of iceberg hidden from sight. Never judge a book by its cover mean that you should not judge someone or something based only on what you see on the outside or only on what you perceive without knowing anything else about it. It comes from the idea that you may see the cover of a book and decide it's not a good book or it's not worth reading without knowing anything else about it. It is metamorphically used when it is applied to other things, such as a TV show, a person, a job or a restaurant. In conclusion, it is wrong to judge people based just on their appearance. Some individuals believe that a book's cover with designer color and elaborate writing makes it superior to a plain book, but that does not always happen. A book's but the book's content could not that does happen. A book's content could not match your expectations. Therefore, you should never judge a book or a person by their cover. Thank you.
Good job, dear. Real change, enduring change happens one step at a time.
Lot number 7, K Narmada Devi. K Narmada Devi.
I feel privileged to welcome my honorable teachers, judges, friends, and my near and dear ones who are all present here. I am very happy to share my message in front of you. Now I am here to speak about don't judge a book by its cover. Have you ever judged someone by their appearance and regretted it? Have you ever missed an opportunity because you dismissed something based on its look? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. Many of us tend to judge a thing based on its outward appearance without giving them a fair chance. But to look deeper and discover the true value of people and things, it wants us to make assumptions based on the things of the people by its cover. The more that you read, the more things you'll know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. There are many reasons that why we must never judge a book by its cover. The first one is you know nothing about someone. It should never be the judge of someone's character. For instance, if you look at a good person, you can see only their skin color, physical traits, and maybe fashion. But what about beyond that? You cannot solely make up on your mind on their outward appearances. Reading good books is a very, very good habit that one needs to develop in life. There is no other companion than a good book. Good books can lead you and inform you in right way. Reading good books is also a way to relax our mind and refreshing us. By judging a book, you can miss or may lose any good opportunities or a bright future. Now, we will enter into the world of English literature. In this literary world, many critics judge others' works based on their own thoughts. In the 16th century, the poets were not held in great respect. During the reign of Henry VIII, poets stated that Thank you.
Good effort, dear.
Lot number 8, M Tajudin. M Tajudin.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. Today, I am here to give you a speech on the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover is a popular phrase that suggests not to make assumptions or forming opinions based solely on what you see on the surface. In other words, appearance can be deceiving and one should not judge something or someone based on their outer appearance, but rather the phrase is often used to remind people to look beyond external factors like physical appearance and social status. Overall, the meaning behind a don't judge a book by its cover is to encourage people to be open-minded assumptions or forming opinions. This can lead to more meaningful connection and deeper understanding of the world around us. It also promotes empathy and compassion towards others, as we may not always know the full story behind their appearance or situation. As the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover is a valuable lesson to remember in your interaction with others and how you view the world. So let us try to look beyond appearance and embrace the diversity and complexities that make each person and situation unique. External appearance might be very deceptive. You can find yourself drawn to an attractive person, but it could be disastrous for your life. Talking at face value is silly scenes. Some items appear so good, but it could be disastrous for your life. A person must be evaluated on the basis of his or her abilities, not just on the outside. By looking at someone's appearance, you can learn nothing about them. We open ourselves to new perspectives and opportunities for growth. There are several drawbacks of judging a book by its cover. Firstly, we might make wrong decision if we judge a things based on the superficial things. Secondly, we might miss out good opportunities if we don't give people or things a chance. Thirdly, we might make other people feel bad if we judge them based on their appearance. Thus, how the outward appearance can be misleading. On the other hand, something which may not possess beautiful features may have much more value than the something beautiful. In other words, the appearance of someone is not equivalent to their worth. Thus, we must judge a person based on their capability, personality, and not merely external appearance. We should see the things truly and make sure that we understand what we are seeing. This saying is important because it helps us to avoid mistakes in our lives. By doing this, we can avoid mistakes in our lives. Some people take a look at the cover of a book and feel that design and color and fancy text may feel it is better than a plain book. However, that does not happen. The inside of the book may not be what you expected, so never judging a book by its cover. Thank you.
Fantastic, dear. Nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Lot number 9, J Shiva. J Shiva.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Today I am here to share my words about the topic, don't judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover is a saying. The meaning is never judge someone or something by what they look like. If you didn't play with a person when they asked, because you think they never judge someone or something by what look like. They don't look pleasant. So unfortunately, we all fall into the category of judging other people at some points in our lives. We have also been affected at various times by the ways that other people have judged us. We are more aware about rushing to judgment and remember to understand the real situation or rushing to judgment. If often said to never judge a book by its cover is a saying, yet to today's society, judging is a major asset that the citizens of United States tend to do. In school, house, in restaurants, on the roads, even in the churches are very familiar places where judging has become vital. People are starting to discriminate, stereotype, and there are several drawbacks of rather than a duty. There are several drawbacks judging a book by its cover. So don't judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
Superb, dear. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience.
Lot number 10, V Pras.
Don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. A warm welcome to all gathered here to hear my oration. Honorable judges, respected principals, sir, inspiring teachers, and my lovable friends. Fabulous afternoon. Have you ever been surprised by the depth of a person's character? Today, let's delve into the fascinating world of perception and discover why it's wise to never judge a book by its cover. In a world where snap judgments and superficial impressions often dictate our interactions, this principle serves as a powerful reminder for the importance of looking beyond appearances. While it's easy to understand at face value, its significance extends far beyond the pages of a book. The cover with vibrant images and carefully chosen fonts may capture attention, but it cannot encapsulate the richness and depth contained within the pages. It has been said in many ways that the true meaning of a book cannot be judged by looking at its cover alone. As the renowned author J.K. Rowling noted that it's our choices to show what we truly are far more than our abilities. As we navigate through the complexities of life, let us remember that true understanding lies not in the surface but in the depths waiting to be explored. To truly grasp the significance of this adage, we must first acknowledge its applicability to various facets of life. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. Every individual carries a unique set of experiences, aspirations, and struggle that shape who they are. The caution against premature judgments also addresses the issue of misleading impressions. In the literal context of books, this proverb advises against forming opinions based on outer packaging. A book is like a person which has many layers that require exploration and understanding. Therefore, before establishing an opinion on anyone or anything, we need to think carefully. Thus, we should judge a person on the basis of their personalities and capabilities, not merely on external appearance. In fact, in both books and life, external presentations can be designed to attract attention or to confirm social expectations. For instance, a potato may look like a dirty stone, but cutting it and frying it will give a French fries or side dish for animals. So the appearance of someone is not equivalent to their worth. Often people say a book should never be judged by cover, though at the same time they judge a person by their appearance. Remember that every single person in the world has a story. Don't judge people before you truly know them. The truth might surprise you. To break the habit of judgment, we should make a habit to get full knowledge about something rather than evaluating anything based on a tiny piece of information. We all are humans and we all have different mood and different situation. Sometimes we fight against anger inside our mind, or sometimes we can't control the feeling of happiness inside our mind. These are the things we can't predict what they have experienced and what it make them so happy, sad or anger. In conclusion, don't judge a book by its cover adage encompasses a timeless lesson applicable to literature, relationship and broader human experiences. It prompts a deliberate pause before forming judgments and recognize the dynamic nature of interpretation. In embracing this principle, we open ourselves to the richness that lies beneath the cover, both in books and in the diverse of humanity. Last but not least, we should never judge the lives of others because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. Life is too short. Smile when you are sad. Always forgive but never forget. Learn from your mistakes but never regret. Always remember that you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. So, my dear friends, judge less, accept more and restore your happiness. Thank you for giving me a wonderful opportunity to convey my thoughts on this essential topic, and thank you all.
Fabulous, dear. Line your belief and you can turn the world.
Lot number 11, K Tarun. K Tarun.
A very good afternoon to all the dignities and on the dais and off the dais. I feel very delighted to express my elocution skill on the topic, the magic of book with my favorite story, Ramayana. Childhood days, I have a great sense of reading my moral books like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Now, I have a great chance to deliver a brief outline of the story Ramayana. The great kingdom of Ayodhya is ruled by the great emperor Dasharatha, who has 3 wives, namely Kausalya, Kaigeyi, Sumitra. Rama is the eldest prince of Ayodhya. Bharata is the youngest prince of Ayodhya. Shatrugna and Lakshmana are twin brothers born to Sumitra. Among the four princes, Rama is being loved by all mothers, especially the third queen Kaigeyi, which is not liked by the willing character in mantra. In Tamil Ramayana, mantra is called as Kuni. In mantra, mantra wrongly stimulates the queen Kaigeyi to execute the boon of sending Rama to the forest to live there for Vanavasa 14 years with Sita. As a beloved brother of Rama, Lakshmana also accompanies them to Vanavasa in the forest. Lakshmana also. The forest. Lakshmana. Thank you to her.
Good effort, Jia. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Lot number 13, K Shakti Devi. K Shakti Devi.
Digital challenges breeds opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected principal, lovable teacher, esteemed judges, and my dear friends. Now I am going to talk about an important and essential topic: challenges and opportunities in the digital world. What is digital world? I think what it refers to is that the digital world is like a vast network of invisible threads connecting our devices like smartphones and computers. It's where we find all the apps and everything digital. Imagine it as a big online playground where we used to chat, learn, and escape from reality. It fuels innovation, connecting us globally, and enhancing efficiency in various aspects of our life. This interconnected space not only drives economic growth but also opens doors for many opportunities, making our lives easy peasy. In this digital world, there are both chances and challenges. If we know when and how to act wisely, we can make things work. So let's play smart in this digital world. Imagine this digital world as a puzzle filled with privacy and safety issues. Today, let's dive into these challenges and discover how we can navigate this puzzle. Does anyone here like uninvited guests? Imagine receiving countless of spam calls or messages invading our personal space. Here the challenge is privacy. Another common hurdle here is dealing with the tricky online scams that try to trick us. Here the real struggle is spam calls. Students often face the challenge of information overload while studying online. It's like having too many books open at once. It does feel like drowning in a sea of endless data, making the focused learning a real nightmare. Here the difficulty is overload of information. In this virtual space, it's like finding a unique key in a bunch of similar ones. It's not just about the websites, it's like finding your own path in a crowded market. Here the difficulty is navigation of various paths. In this online world, girls also face the challenge of the tricky deepfake technologies that can manipulate faces. It's like walking in the digital world filled with extra hurdles. Here the difficulty is facing these rigorous tools, especially for the girls who may encounter harmful elements. In this tech world, there are more challenges ahead, big ones. But don't worry, we are about to dive into opportunities that will lift your spirits. Think of it as the exciting part of this, where the hurdles make the victory even more sweeter. So buckle up for the ride from challenges to opportunity. Get ready for the good stuff. For kids, it's a magical library. For teens, a playground of creativity. For adults, a world of opportunities. For elders, it is a chance to reconnect with their loved ones. It is an ageless adventure for all. On mobiles, possibilities are little surprises in your pocket. It's like carrying a whole new universe in the palm of your hand. Online job options are like a buffet from freelancing to software engineering. There is something for everyone. It is like having a job fair at your fingertips. And imagine the artificial intelligence as your super smart study partner, helping you to ace all your exams. It's like having a sidekick who knows all the answer and never ever gets tired. With AI near, learning is cheer and success is near. For all present here, digital world always teaches you that life is like a Wi-Fi. It's all about connecting with reality. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. And success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is a courage to continue the count. In the light of this information, digital world is like a whole new world which can help you to learn new skills. And there are both chances and challenges in this tech world. In this tech world, the challenges include privacy issues like spam calls, fake social media IDs, etc. And also overload of information that can make you feel a little bit of overwhelmed. Lastly, girls face the so-called technologies called deepfake or face manipulating. When we jump into opportunities, they are infinite. In mobiles, it is a tiny version of a world in your pocket. And AI, it is the thing that is being with us every single moment. Last but not least, I want to emphasize that parents, teachers and elders should create awareness among the kids to how to use the digital world wisely and teach them to find their right path to their success. Life is a journey, tech is the ride. In this digital world, is for the sky. Scroll less, live more. Thank you for this golden opportunity to share my thoughts on this topic, and thank you once again. Remember, too much of anything is good for nothing.
Wonderful words, dear. When it comes to luck, you make your own.
Lot number 14 is Ranjana. S. Ranjana.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all here on this sunny day. Today, I am here to speak about a topic, namely the magic of books, my favorite story. According to this topic, I choose a fantasy story. Let me narrate. Once upon a time, there was a king in Scotland named Robert Bruce. He ruled Scotland when it was not part of England. The king of Scotland was brave and wise. One day, the king of England led his large army into Scotland. King Robert Bruce refused to give up his own country and gathered a small army group to bravely fight with the king of England. A small armies of brave men fought 6 times but lost the fight all 6 times. After fighting every battle, the Scottish team was left with nothing except running to save their lives. The army was completely broken and all lost their hopes. In the end, the Scottish team was scattered and the king could do nothing but run and hide. He ran and hid in the woods and in the lonely places among the mountains. With no army left, the king was not getting what to do next. He was wandering alone in the garden, growing weaker and losing hopes day by day. One day, it suddenly started raining heavily. Looking for shelter, King Bruce found an empty cave. He was very tired and sick at heart. He thought not to try anything again. All was lost. At that time, he remembered one thing. That was when he was at the age of 8, he asked her absurd question to his mother. He asked, "Mom, why I want to read? For what I want to read?" Such absurd question, no? His mother think and said, "Better you ask it to your grandfather and clear your doubt." Bruce asked the same question to his grandfather. The wise grandfather cleared the doubt of his grandson's question. First, he said to take a candle and a matchbox and also said to open the window. The grandfather said, "Bruce, now you fire the candle by the matchstick." When he fired the candle, the fire on the matchstick went off. He tried again one time, but it's still off due to the wind. Bruce said, "Grandpa, I could not fire the candle." The grandfather said, "Bruce, now close the window and try again." But this time, Bruce could fire and lit the candle. He said, "Wow, I lit the candle, Grandpa. But how?" The grandfather said, "My dear Bruce, when you did not close the window and try the candle to lit, it's not possible. The window is your distraction. The candle is your goal. And the matchstick is you. When you have some distraction, you should destroy your distraction and achieve your goal like a candle." He remembered the lesson of his grandfather and thought, "Why I want to give up? Without losing hope, the king decided to raise his army once more. When he came out, the rain stopped him and said, I must try the seventh time. The king again gathered all his soldiers and marched to the battlefield. The faithful soldiers followed the king. This time, King Bruce finally won the battle and got his kingdom back. Towards the end, the moral of the story, King Bruce, is never be afraid of failures. You totally fail when you stop trying. So keep trying and achieve your goal. Thank you for giving this beautiful opportunity in my life. Thank you.
Beautiful here. Books and doors are the same thing. You open them and you can go though.
Lot number 15, KM Roshni. KM Roshni.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. Today I am going to speak about the topic, the magic of books, my favorite story. What is the magic of books? The books plays a vital role in our lives. The books makes the reader's mind very fresh. It helps us to gain knowledge and think more creativity. What is my favorite story? The book I liked is Buddha Moral Stories. Today I am going to share a part with you. In ancient times of India, children were sent to Gurukul, where once there was a Gurukul near the town where hundreds of children used to get education under the guidance of their master. Once a boy was also sent to the Gurukul, but he was very weak in his studies. He was very ridiculed by other students. At the year end, all his friends promoted to the next class, but he could not make it. The master tried all the possible ways to make him to learn, but he could not understand anything. The master gave up and said, Son, I have tried all possible methods to make you to learn, but still you can't understand. Perhaps education is not your density. It's better you go back to your home and help your family. Understanding this, the boy left from the Gurukul for his home. The summer season was on its peak. It was afternoon. He was very thirsty and searching for water around. There he found some women were filling water from the well. He went near to the well and drank some water. Then he saw some marks on a solid stone kept near the well under the rope, which was used under the rope for drawing the water from the well. He asked the woman, How did you make these marks on the stone? The woman replied, We did not make these marks. It's there because of this soft rope which is repeatedly used under the stone to draw the water from there. The repeated use of this soft rope made these deep marks on the stone. Hearing to this, the boy thought into him this. He thought, when a soft rope can make these marks on the stone, then why can't he learn? He was inspired by this incident and he was go back to the Gurukul. He was started studying tirelessly. The master was also happy to see him studying tirelessly. Through this story, I saw that practice is very important and working hard. Practice is important whether it is sports, studies or anything else. We have to work hard. Through this story, I want to send a message to all the students who want to succeed in their life. It is important to work hard and practice well. Thank you.
Excellent, dear. A reading is a form of a prayer, a guided meditation that briefly makes us believe.
Lot number 16, S Hariharan. S Hariharan.
If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. With this great saying, I wish a wonderful afternoon to honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am here to inspire you with my short speech on Don't judge the book by its cover. The English idiom, don't judge the book by its cover, is a metaphorical phrase. That means one should not judge the worth or value of something or someone just by their outward appearance alone. This idiom comes from the idea that if you see the cover of a book and decide it's not a good book, there are many reasons why we must not judge the book by its cover. The first one is that you know nothing about someone just by their outward appearance. For example, if you look at a good-looking person, you can only see their skin color, physical traits, and maybe fashion. But what about beyond that? So you can't solely make up your mind on one's character just by their outward appearance. What if the good-looking person can turns to be horrible nature? Or what if they lack in any real talents or skills? So outward appearance may be misleading. To make you to understand this idiom better, let's see a story on the same moral. Once there was a woman who was going to a restaurant and she ordered a plate of rice, full meals, and goes to washroom. Upon returning, she notices a shabbily dressed man sitting on the table and eating from the plate of rice. This infuriates her, thinking that he had stole her plate. But she does not say anything. She starts to eat from the same plate out of spite. The man gets up and leaves. However, soon the lady realized she left her belonging on another table. That table had her plate of rice kept untouched. Thus, she realized how she judged him for being a thief because of his shabbily dress. But in reality, she was eating from the man's plate. So, we must judge the person on the basis of their capability and personality, but not by the external appearance. To conclude my speech, I should say that judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Finally, I thank you for spending few minutes from your valuable time. Thanks for the opportunity and thank you.
Up to you.
Lot number 17, K Hariharan.
We judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their action. My humble greetings to all gathered here. Honorable judges, respected principals, sir, inspiring teachers, and my dear friends. Fantastic afternoon. This is K Hariharan from grade 9. I am standing before you to give a speech on Don't Judge a Book by its Cover. Too often, people and things are being misjudged because of the outward appearance in possession. It is forgotten that behind every darkness, there is a light that is trying so hard to be seen. The concept of misconstruing is practiced in every moment of our days. The least that could be done is to take a deeper look. A person or a thing could be solely different from one's perspective point of view. Considering that this type of behavior is experienced in every moment of our lives, people say a book should never be judged by its cover. Though at the same time they judge a person by appearance. No one is allowed to judge a person or a book, whatever thing it may be, only by its outer cover or outer appearance instead of their internal one. So we buy a book only for its story content, not for its external look. Book is the main thing in every student life. Book gives us the depth of every information, especially history. As we read in depth, we came to know about the past. We cannot judge the book by its cover, because if we read in depth, we will know the current information. Some people take a look at the cover of and feel that the designer color and fancy text may mean it is better than a plain book. However, that does not happen inside of the book. Maybe not what you expected. So never judge a book by its cover. This proverb, don't judge a book by its cover, refers we must not decide about something just looking a small part about it. Similarly, this phrase defines we must not judge anything about the cover. We must think before speaking. We must have a good knowledge on the topic we speak before we tell anything about it. this is very useful and most famous proverb. Example, if you find a girl always playing and she doesn't learn, if you think it is wrong because she may learn well, it is wrong to judge about someone without knowing their background. Also, you must not judge wrongly without knowing about someone. Dalai Lama said, even within one person, yesterday and today, there are differences. We must look at a deeper level. Sometimes someone's word or character matches their outer appearance perfectly. But in most cases, we need to be very careful and take a time to think before we jump to conclusion. Negative or positive, we should never judge a book by its cover. And I'm sure you can think of a time in which your first impression of someone or something turned out to be completely inaccurate. Judging others and making assumptions about them is one of our natural behaviors of human beings, but it is not always helpful. Always remember that appearance never equals a person's worth. Thank you for giving me a golden opportunity.
Superb, dear. Dreams don't have to just to dreams. You can make it as a reality.
Lot number 18, yes, Ratish. Yes, Ratish.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Ratish. Today I am here to give you a speech on topic, don't judge a book by its cover. This is an age-old adage that I am quite sure that everyone familiar with. This is a proverb that is also self-explanatory. Outfit cannot define your correct one. Every book is not boring. But if you see the cover and think that the cover is boring, and so the book is boring, so that you can miss wonderful stories. If cover is not impressive, if doesn't means the book is not worthy. Proverbs are says based on common sense and experience. We won't have the sense to estimate the difference between correct or incorrect. The same is to be with people. Duly, if the person is not attractive by look, it doesn't mean that he or she is not nice by heart. You also react twice by seeing a book cover. Change your mind for a second. Give 1 minute for a book. If there is some amazing stories, it can change your mind. Physiquing a person based on their physical appearance, be it good or bad, it is very wrong thing to do. Stereotype of dumb blender is an excellent example of this too. Every soul has a journey. Don't judge based on your own. If you don't know them, don't judge them. You have not lived their life. Don't judge others by their mistake, but by how they have learned from them. When you judge someone, it doesn't define the person that you are judging, it defines you. The English idiom, don't judge the book by its cover, is a phrase that means one should not judge worth or value of something or someone by their outer appearance alone. It means that we must not underestimate anyone based on their look. In fact, depth and the character of the person matter the most. For instance, if you look at a good-looking person, you can only see a skin color, physical structure, and maybe fashion. But what about beyond that? What happens if the good-looking person turns out to be horrible in nature? What if they lack any real talent or skill? Thus, the outer appearance can be misleading. On the other hand, something which may not possess beautiful feature may have much more value. Former President of South Africa, Nelson Mandela said that don't judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I failed and got back up again. In business, it can be economically dangerous to make a snap judgment. Someone looks what they are wearing, the car they are driving, etc., etc. The founder of Walmart, Sam Walton, used to drive a pickup truck. He didn't look like a man who was worth billions of dollars. How many times did he fool people? It is an assuming look. It was not intentional. It was just who he was. Robert J. Moore, the founder of Magnetic Entrepreneur, has a history of being in and out of prison. He also lived 7 years on the street, but he is now known globally a branding through Empower Consulting and Publishing. To conclude, beware, so long as you live of judging men by their outward appearance alone. Never judge someone without knowing whole story. You think you understand, but you don't. So don't judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
Superb, dear. You just keep pushing and keep trying, then eventually you will reach your goal.
Lot number 19 is Prasanna. Yes, Prasanna.
Beauty is not found in the face but in the soul that resides within. With this great saying, I wish a fantastic afternoon to honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today I am going to talk about don't judge a book by its cover. In our face-based world where the appearance and the first impression seems to carry so much of weight, it is easy to fall into the trap of making a quick judgment about people based solely on their outward appearance. We often form opinion about others based on their social status without taking the time to truly understand who they are as individuals. But let me ask you this, how many times have you been pleasantly surprised you got to know someone beyond their external appearance? How many times have you discovered that the person whom you intentionally dismissed or judged actually had incredible talents, wisdom, or a beautiful soul? A truth's appearance can be deceiving, just like a book cover may entice us or turn us away. It does not reveal the depth, complexity, and richness of the story within. Similarly, a person's external appearance does not define their character, their abilities, or their worth. We must remember that each person is like a book, waiting to be opened and read, waiting to be understood and appreciated. By judging others based on their appearance, we limit our understanding of the world and the people in it. We miss out on the opportunity to connect with the diverse perspectives, to learn from the different experience, and to grow as individuals. When we judge a book by its cover, we then ourselves the chance to discover the true beauty and potential within every person we encounter. Don't let a book cover determine its oath. Flip through the pages and discover its magics. Conveys the idea that we should not solely rely on the external appearance or initial impression of the book to judge its value. Instead, it encourages us to explore the content with the book by reading its pages. We truly appreciate the worth and the potential. The books are more than just their covers. While the covers may catch our attention and provide a glimpse of what lies inside, the true magic of the book resides in its words, ideas, narratives, and the emotion they evoke. By flipping through the pages and reading the book, we embark on the journey of discovery. Now, let me narrate an overwhelming story about this excellent topic. Once upon a time, there were two trees near a river. The small sparrow was passing that way. The sparrow asked the first tree, "Dear tree, it is going to rain heavily, so can I make a nest on your branches for me and my babies?" The first tree did not allow the sparrow. The sparrow flies away. She went to another tree and asked the same question to the tree also. The second tree agreed and allowed the sparrow to make a nest on its branches. Another day it rained heavily. The first tree broken from its roots and fall down with the rains. The sparrow saw this. She went and said to the first tree, "You got punished for rejecting me to build a nest and for your rude behavior." But the tree smiled and replied softly, "Dear sparrow, I already know my roots were weak, were not able to stand out in such heavy rains. I don't want to risk you and your young ones' lives. Sorry, I don't allow you to make a nest on my branches." Saying this, the tree flows away. The sparrow felt sorry for the tree for judging it without knowing the truth. So I once again remember you, don't judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
Superb, dear. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world.
Lot number 20, C.S. Sai Lekha.
Good afternoon to Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal Sir, Teacher and my dear friends. Today I am going to speak about the topic was don't judge a book by its cover. You must have heard don't judge a book by its cover. The phrase is self-exclamatory and has a deep meaning behind it. It means that we must not underestimate anyone based on their look. In fact, the dates and the character of the person matter the most. Why should we never judge a book by its cover? There are many reasons why should we never judge a book by its cover. This first one is that you know nothing about someone just by their outward appearance. It should never be the judge of someone's character. For instance, if you look at a good-looking person, you can only see their skin color, physical traits, and maybe fashion. But what about beyond that? You can solely make your mind on their outward appearance. What if they lack any real talent or skill? Thus you see how the outward appearance is misleading talent or misleading. They are basically valueless things. So never judge a person on their face value. On the other hand, something which may not possess beautifully. In other words, the appearance of someone is not equivalent to their talent. Not equivalent to their talent. Thus you see how we want to judge a person on their basics of personality and capabilities and not merely appearance. Conclusion. To conclude, it is not right to assess people on the basics of their outward appearance. So never judge person on the basics of their. So never judge a person on their outward appearance. Thank you.
Good job, dear. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Lot number 21, P. Shashvita.
Hi everyone, a warm welcome to honorable judges, respected teachers and my dear fellow friends. Today I am here to inspire you with my short speech on don't judge a book by its cover. So without any delay, we shall enter into our topic. The saying don't judge a book by its cover holds a valuable lesson about the importance of looking beyond the appearances. It also teaches not to form quick opinions based solely on what we see on the surface. For example, in our daily lives, we encounter various people and situations, but it's easy to make assumptions based on how a person looks, dresses, or speaks, but it is an unkind act that no one could deserve. So, my dear friends, please don't judge a book by its cover. And here is a small story about a girl named Deepa with the moral of don't judge a book by its cover. Let's get started. Once there was a girl named Deepa. She went to the school situated in the neighboring village. However, no one knew her there. She came to school late for 3 weeks. Whenever she came to school late, her teachers never asked why she was late. Instead of doing that, they have punished Deepa for being late to school. And Deepa did not came to school of her 4th week of her term. All her classmates and teachers thought that she had left the school of fear of punishments. But even then, no one tried to know why she was absent. But Deepa came to school in the next week. But this time she came earlier than her classmates. Of course, all her classmates was astonished to Deepa earlier in school. But no one tried to ask anything to her about her absence or late. When the teacher arrived to the class, she was also surprised to see Deepa earlier in school. But she did not ask any question regarding her absence. But she also complimented Deepa. Deepa, you have built a good habit. Very good. But you have to continue with this. She also stated, I am very glad to see that the punishment showing the results. After saying this, the teacher started to take the lesson. Now, Deepa asked permission from her teacher to say something. Ma'am, can I say something? Yes, you can, the teacher replied. She told to the entire class. I have been raised by my mother. She is a single mother. I don't have any sister or brother. Suddenly, my mother fallen ill and was hospitalized for 5 weeks. Every morning, I had to prepare any food for her and I had to deliver it to her to the hospital. So, I came late to school for 3 weeks. And unfortunately, my mother died in the previous week. So, I buried her in the last Friday. So, I could not attend the school throughout the week. And now I came to school earlier because I don't need to prepare anything to her and I don't want to give anything to her to the hospital. And after saying this, Deepa sat down. Surprisingly, no one could say anything because including the teacher, all her classmates could not hold their tears. And that day, the teachers and the students understood that they had judged Deepa without knowing about her mental struggle and problems. And my dear friends, judging someone without knowing everything about that person is not good. People are like books. Their true worth lies in their stories and experiences. This story is a good example for don't judge a book by its cover. If you judge a book by its cover, the superficial judgment often leads to misunderstanding. A plain-looking book may contain a captivating story. A simple-looking task may contain unexpected challenges. An unassuming opportunity may lead to significant growth and success. Here we came to the end. My dear friends, I want you all to remember that don't judge a book by its cover because books are like our friends. We can open that again and again. Today's reader, tomorrow's reader. Today's reader, tomorrow's leader. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Wonderful words, dear. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.
Lot number 22 is Harimurugan. Yes, Harimurugan.
Don't trust everything you see, even salt looks like sugar. Don't trust everything you see, even salt looks like sugar. Good afternoon everyone present here. It's a pleasure to stand before you all today. Every day is a new day full of life opportunities. Today I am going to give you a speech on the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. The expression is self-explanatory and its meaning. It implies that we should not judge the people by their appearance. In actuality, a person's character and action count the most. Looking at an object or person immediate external aspect quicker and easier. Many find it difficult to deal with the unsettling sensation of anxiety that comes with speak with stranger. So in order to make things easier on themselves, they assign the new friend as a label and act according with the label. If the good-looking person turn to be the horrible in nature, what if they can lack any real talent or skills? Thus you show how outward appearance can be displays. External appearance might be deceptive. You can find yourself to be a friend, but it could be disaster for your life. Things that face value is silly, since some goods are completely worthless. A person must be evaluated on the basis of her or his abilities, not just on the outside. To help you understand the brass better, let us look at a story with same moral. The little girl was sitting on a chair, hold to apple in her hand. Her mother came and asked softly, Annie, can you share one apple with me? The girl looked at her mom for a second and suddenly took a bite of one apple. Then she quickly bite off a second apple. The mother realized that very sad. After a few moments of silence, the girl took one of the apple to the mother and said, Mom, take this one. This is the sweeter one. The mother realized that the mistake of quickly judging her little girl before understanding the true intention. In conclusion, it's wrong to judge people based on their appearance. Some individual can believe that the book's cover with a designer color and elaborate making, but that does not always happen, and books' contents could not match anything. Therefore, you should not never judge a people or books by their cover. Thank you.
Good effort, dear. Believe in yourself and all that you are.
Lot number 23, J Nasima Parvin. J Nasima Parvin.
Hi and hello everyone. Judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. My humble greetings and blissful afternoon to each and everyone present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to start my auspicious speech by wishing our honorable chief guest, respected principal sir, lovable teachers and my beloved friends. Today I am going to share my views on the topic, don't judge a book by its cover. Often in life you must have heard the English proverb, don't judge a book by its cover, is a metaphorical phrase that means one should not judge the worth or value of something or someone by their outward appearance alone. Thus, the phrase is self-explanatory and has a deep meaning behind it. The proverb, don't judge a book by its cover, was quoted by George Eliot in the year of 1860. Judge someone not by their appearance, judge by their actions. Here is a small conversation between two friends relating to our topic, don't judge a book by its cover. There were two friends called Jim and Joe. Both of them were very thirsty after playing cricket. They were planning to go to a juice shop. Joe is telling, there was a juice shop, Jim, called Empty Juice. Joe, wow, you really want to go to a juice shop called Empty Juice? Joe, hey, never judge a book by its cover. They may have a delicious and tasty juices. From this conversation, we came to know that the name of the juice shop will not decide the taste of the juices. Which means, imagine if we apply this principle to literature. If we judged every book solely by its cover, we had missed out on countless literary treasures. The same way, we don't judge a book by its cover, we should not judge people by their looks. The same way, we should not judge a book by its cover, we should not judge people by their looks. The simple phrase holds a profound meaning. The concept of not judging a book serves as a reminder not to make assumptions based on only appearance. This principle fosters empathy and understanding. Now, let's move to a short story related to our topic, don't judge a book by its cover. Once, there was an office. A girl was new for that office. She was waiting for the lift and pressing the lift button continuously. Suddenly, it was opened. A man was standing inside the lift nearby a broomstick. At that time, in the entrance of the lift, her purse was fell down. The man was standing inside the lift, going to take and give. At that time, she told, I don't need help from a sweeper. She decided him as a sweeper. She took her purse and goes into the lift and maintains some distance and make a bad look on him. After a few minutes, when the lift was open, she came down and went to took her seat. The supervisor of the office is telling, hey staffs, boss is coming. Do you know who is his staff? A girl who judged him by his outward appearance as a sweeper, he was a boss of that office. From this story, we came to know that the appearance will never equal a person's worth. Moral is, don't judge a book by its cover. People often judge others by their own standards. Don't be one of those people. Don't judge a book by its cover until you see what's inside, that's matter. Don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like treasure. All the glitters are not a gold. In summary, the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, serves as a reminder not to make assumptions only based on appearance. Today we have the world. Will we have tomorrow? Today we are here. Will we have tomorrow? No one has a guarantee. So, up to we live on the earth. Don't judge anyone or anything by their appearance alone. Whether it's a book, a person, a thing, a situation or anything else, always remember that the appearance will never equal a person. Thank you for giving me the enormous opportunity, and once again, thank you for all.
Sensational speech, dear. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best.
Lot number 24, R. Benzene. R. Benzene.
By saying my warmest welcome to all gathered here, respected dignitaries and the dais and my dear participants. Today I am going to share my view on the topic, the magic of book. Now I am going to share an amazing and the interesting story about the magical pot. This story is about a man who found the magical pot and the king who took the magical pot because of his greed and suffered in the consequence. A great moral is presented in the form of a story. Without any delay, we enter to the story. Once there was a farmer who resided in a village. He was a thoughtful and hardworking man. The wealthy elderly neighbor who owned the land and sold it to the farmer. However, there is a lot of rocks and stones on the field. Early in the morning, the farmer had to go to the field and to work laboriously, tirelessly to remove the rocks and stones on the field. On one scorching afternoon, the farmer was working on the ground. He suddenly struck something forcefully. What is this? He questioned. Something is under the ground. He said to himself. He kept digging to find something valuable, and he discovered a large pot. It's a huge pot. Perhaps I can store a rice in this, said the farmer. The farmer poured some rice into it and kept it aside. The very next morning, something was unexpected happened. He can't believe with his eyes. That is, the rice filled a pot to the full. Look, honey, this pot is a magical. And he called his wife. She said, what a luck. They exclaimed. Then a piece of bread was placed inside the pot by the farmer and his wife. And the next morning, they found 2 slices of bread. They said it was charming. Then the farmer filled the pot with various items, including gold, rice, and a copper coins. And the wealthy elderly neighbor heard about the magical pot, and he went over to the farmer's house. And he requested to give the pot to him. The farmer questioned, why should I give the pot to you? You didn't buy the pot from me. Only the field was sold to you. So now the pot is mine. The elderly man responded, and the king was, and before choosing to take the matter to the king, the elderly man and the king was neater discussion. And the king has to learn. And the king was very excited about to know about the magical pot secret. And they said, it seems to be very valuable and it belongs to the king's treasury. And the farmer was instructed by the king to deliver the pot to him. The king bought the miraculous pot, and that evening he filled it with several copper coins, and it was discovered it was filled to the brim. And the next morning he could not speak. She said, it is a wonderful pot indeed. The pot was accidentally spotted in the room. The king's father was wondering about the magical pot, and he fell into the pot while attempting to look inside. And he yelled, help me. Then the king arrived, and he helped his father to get out of the large pot. And he observed another one man just like his father inside the pot. And they said, and he observed another one man just like his father inside the pot, and pleading to rescue us to inside the pot, and pleading and rescue to inside the pot. And the 2 men resembled one another, and they each could be calmed to the father of the king. They said, it is ridiculous. He is lying. Just ignore him. The first father demanded, I am your actual father's son. Do you not see? The another one father elder, the king has grown. What have I done? The selfish king was forced to take care of the 2 fathers. So at last we came to the end. That is the moral of the story. Due to the greedy nature of the king, he has forced to take care of the 2 fathers. So the greed always leads to the trouble. Why I love this story means this story conveys a strong message. That is that no one should be envious of anyone, and they should be remain happy what they have. So thank you for giving the wonderful opportunity to share my view on the topic. Thank you.
Excellent, dear. Reading is a form of prayer, guided meditation to briefly make us believe. Lot number 25, Be Devaroshni. Be Devaroshni.
Okay, Mama. If you judge a book by its cover, you might miss out an amazing story. With its great saying, I wish a glorious afternoon to our honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am going to present a short speech on the topic, Do not judge a book by its cover. At first, what is meant by do not judge a book by its cover? Well, it is a common saying English proverb that means one should not judge anyone or anything just by seeing what's on the surface or assessing superficial details alone.
This phrase is attributed to 1944 edition of African journal American Speech, which says you cannot judge a book by its binding. It's get more popularized in 1946. You may also hear the proverb with same meanings that all glitters are not gold. Now, I like to express my thoughts on the topic through a short story. Once upon a time, there lived a family of 4 members, a mother, father, and their son and daughter. Their daughter name is Mona. One day, the mother went to the market to buy some apples. She returned home with a basket full of apples. Mona asked her mother for an apple. Instead of 1 apple, her mother gave her 2 apples, as we knows that the mother's heart is always generous. She was sitting on the chair, holding the 2 apples in her hand. Her mother came and gently asked, "Can you share 1 apple with me?" She looked at her mother for a second and instantly took a bite of the first apple. Then she suddenly took the bite of second apple too. The mother could not understand her daughter's behavior. Seeing this kind of behavior, the mother felt dejected and she thought the Mona is not willing to share apple with her. After a little while of silence, Mona handed over one of the bitten apple to her mother, saying, "You take this one. This is the sweeter one." The mother suddenly realized the mistake of prejudging her little daughter without knowing her true intention. So the mother was overwhelmed by her daughter's behavior. So, judging someone without knowing them completely is not good. So do not judge a book by its cover. Do not judge a book by its cover. That brings us to the end. Thanks for giving this delightful opportunity to speak on this essential topic. Thank you. Super dear, there is no friend as loyal as a book. Lot number 26, K Sarvesh. K Sarvesh.
A warm welcome to everyone present here. Today I am going to deliver a speech about don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover is a wise adage that cautions against making hasty judgment based solely on outward appearance. It reminds us that true understanding and appreciation can only come from delving beyond the surface and exploring the depths within. In our fast-paced society, where first impression often hold great weights, it is all too easy to form opinion-based superficial qualities such as physical features and social status. However, these external attributes provide only a limited glimpse into a person's character, experience, and potential. When we judge a book by its cover, we risk missing out on the richness and the complexity that lies within. It is through patient exploration and genuine curiosity that we uncover the true essence of a person or an idea. By suspending judgment and embracing open-mindedness, we open ourselves up to new perspective and opportunities for growth. External appearance might be very deceptive. You can find yourself drawn to an attractive person, but it could be disastrous for your life. Taking things at face value is silly since some items that appear so good are completely worthless. A person must be evaluated on the basis of his or her abilities, not just on the outside. Moreover, not only does this adage apply to individuals, but it also extends to various aspects of life. Works of art, literature, and even everyday objects may appear unremarkable at first glance, but they can profound meaning and significance upon closer inspection. By practicing empathy, open-mindedness, and curiosity, we foster connections, broaden our horizons, and uncover the hidden meshes that lie beneath the surface. By looking at someone's appearance, you can learn nothing about them. Never let something be used to evaluate someone's character. Something that lacks attractive features could be considerably more valuable than something that is. In conclusion, don't judge a book by its cover serves as a powerful In conclusion, don't judge a book by its cover serves as a powerful idiom that it is wrong to judge people based just on their outside. based just on their outside makes it superior to a plain book, but that doesn't always happen. And a book's cover and a book's content does not match your expectation. To help you understand the phrase better, let us take a look at short story with same moral. One day in village there were two trees near a river. A sparrow was passing by that way. The sparrow asked the first tree, "Dear tree, it is going to rain heavily, so can I make a nest on your branches?" The tree did not allow the sparrow to make the nest on its branches. Then the sparrow flies away and went to the another tree and asked the same question. The second tree agreed and allowed the sparrow to make the nets on its branches. Next day it rained heavily. The first tree fell from its root. Then when the sparrow saw the tree, the sparrow said, "You got punished for rejecting me to make the nest on your branches and for your rude behavior." Then the first tree smiled and said, "Dear sparrow, I already know that my roots were very weak and were not able to stand out in such heavy rains. So I did not want to risk you and your babies, so only I didn't allow you to make the nets on my branches." Then the sparrow felt guilty and for judging it without knowing the truth. Therefore, you should never judge a book or a person by their cover. Thank you.
Superb, dear. Books are the mirrors of our soul. Lot number 20. Lot number 27, M.R. Sanjana. M.R. Sanjana.
Hi and hello everyone. A very good afternoon to the excellences, distinguished guests, teachers and my fellow friends. Today I want to share my thoughts on this stage about challenges and opportunities in digital world. Welcome to the digital frontier where innovation and transformation intersect. In this era of rapid technological revolution, our world has become more interconnected than ever before. As we navigate this digital landscape, we encounter both unprecedented opportunities and unique challenges. Today, let's explore the dynamics of digital age, where information flows freely and where the choices we make shape our future. Join me as we delve into the challenges and opportunities that define our journey in this exciting and complex digital realm. The digital world has fundamentally transformed the way we live, learn, work, communicate and entertain ourselves, and it continues to evolve rapidly. The advantages of the digital world include increasing connectivity. The digital world allows us to connect with peoples. The digital world allows us to connect with peoples and information from all over the globe in real time. Digital technologies have advanced more rapidly than any innovation in our history, reaching around 50% of developing world's population in only 2 decades and transforming societies. By enhancing connectivity, access to trade, financial inclusion, public services, technologies can be a great equalizer. Cybersecurity risks emerged as a crucial concern for organization and emerged in digital transformation. The integration of sophisticated technology is not only about the fuel business innovation, but also introduces complex cybersecurity challenges. Cybersecurity risk is the potential for exposure or loss resulting from a cyber attack or data breaches on your organizations. It involves identifying potential threats and vulnerabilities in your organization's digital systems, and network. The risk is not only about the cyber security of a potential threats, but also some potential consequences such as financial loss, reputational damage, operational disruption. Privacy is vital for preserving our individuality and autonomy in the digital world. In an era where everything is interconnected, our online activities are being constantly tracked and analyzed. This surveillance culture can lead to the erosion of our personal freedom and the manipulation of our choices. Digital tools like online learning platforms, visual classrooms, and educational apps provide flexible and interactive learning experiences. They enable personalized learning paths, access to a vast variety of resources. The visual reality VR and augmented reality AR technologies also introduce immersive learning technologies. In conclusion, as we navigate the complexities of the digital world, it's imperative that we approach it with a critical mindset and acknowledge it for both its potential and and inherent challenges. By actively engaging with these issues, we can strive towards a intuitive and sophisticated technologies. By telling that we are that sophisticated technology is not only by digital innovations, but also introduces in digital realm. Together, the thought responsible activities and the collaborative effect, we can create a digital landscape that reflects our values of fairness and respect for our digital equality. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Amazing, dear. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. Lot number 28, G.S. Panimalar Bharati. G.S. Panimalar Bharati.
Good afternoon, all gathered here, respected dignitaries and the dais, and my dear participants. Today I am going to share my views on the topic, challenges and opportunities in digital world. While living in the super-fast digital arena, we have often heard the word digitalization. Now, society is experiencing a digital transformation. It has become a need now, and every sector of human life is shifting towards it. But what exactly digitalization is? What are all the opportunities it can provide and the challenges it is facing? George Westerman says, when a digital transformation is done right, it's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. But when it is done wrong, all you have is a really fast caterpillar. Young children around the globe are growing up in a well-digitalized world. Yet the problem is only few emerged as digital literates. As more and more people use new applications and devices more intensively and for more activities, Internet of Things, devices and services proliferate, data have become a critical development source. It is widely recognized that digitalization has unleashed a new wave of innovation that will have profound implication for humanity, changing relationship between citizens, government and business, and this will restructure the society and the economies. Further, digitalization can enhance the productivity of enterprises and offer new opportunities for entrepreneurship, innovation and job creation. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center provides an ecosystem to deal with the cybercrime in a comprehensive and coordinated manner. Privacy hack concern, social isolation, job insecurity, cyber attacks are the dimensions that needs to be addressed and solved in this digital age. Remember that
digital transformation has gained popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic, becoming the safest way for many companies and many schools to ensure their continuity in their life and their education. Yet, the digital world provides opportunities. It also exacerbates existing inequalities, one of which is the digital divide, the gap between those with access to technology and those without persists globally. Bridging this gap is crucial so that everyone can benefit from this digital era. Thank you.
Wonderful words, dear. Lot number 29, yes, Rajapragadish. Yes, Rajapragadish.
Good morning, one and all present here. Don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fail in your second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just luck. Every bird finds shelter during rain, but eagle avoids rain by flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes difference. By saying these two famous quotes of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I enter into my topic. Today, I am here to speak on the topic of don't judge a book by its cover. Everything in life that appears to be very attractive, but that does not mean necessarily a great value. This same fact can said be in another way, a book that cannot be judged by its cover. A book with a very attractive cover may not have readable materials inside. On the other hand, a book with a very dull cover may be very interesting. This is true of everything in life. A show that is well advertised may be dull and boring. So, we must not jump to the conclusion about the merits and demerits of anything purely on the basis of the way it is packaged. This is the age of advertisement. Makers of the product try to show their product is the best light, so that the people will buy them. It does not necessarily mean that the product is well worth the money. Even when we judge people, we should not do so by looks. Gandhi just wore a dhoti, but he is still held in great reverence throughout the world. Abraham Lincoln does not endowed by a great looks, but he was considered as one of the greatest American presidents. Mother Teresa had a very simple appearance, but people all over the world remember and revere her. It is only fair to say that all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes bad people wear the veil of innocence. The wicked person may appear to be a good person if he behaves well. For taking advantage of the innocence of other peoples, they try to cheat other peoples. So, for this reason, it is important to understand that not every person who appears to be a good person is necessarily a good person. Well, we see one real incident as story on Don't Judge a Book by its cover. This story is about Mahatma Gandhi, a well-known and world-renowned Indian freedom fighter who emphasized non-violence. Once, a young European who saw Gandhi on a ship to England, he wondered why a half-naked, bald-headed and toothless old man should go to England. He drew funny pictures about Gandhi and nasty things about Gandhi. Then he walked towards Gandhi and handed the papers to him and said, "You will find it useful and very interesting. Read it and keep it with you." After reading each piece of paper, Gandhi returned the papers to the European young man and said, "I have done what you asked." Then he continued, giving the young man his usual sweet smile, "I had your paperclip with me, and it is one of the most interesting and useful thing you gave me. Thank you for that." Gandhiji's brief and sweet reply that went straight to his heart, and the young man realized how intelligent, humble, cultured, and great Gandhi was. He bowed his head in shame and walked away. So, every person on earth has a story. So, don't judge people before you truly know them. Not only Gandhi, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Ramanujan, Nelson Mandela and Kamarajar and more. They all start their life in humble circumstances and they all remember as great achievers and great leaders in their life. So don't judge a book by its cover and people by their appearances. Their appearances does not define them. Try to look inside their heart. That's where you will find a real person. Thank you.
Fantastic, dear. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pressure them. Lot number 30, Maunika.
Okay, ma'am. A good education can change anything. A good teacher can change everything. With great saying this, I wish a wonderful afternoon everybody present here. Honorable judges, respected teachers and all the fresh new faces. Today I am going to share my views on topic is don't judge a book by its cover. The expression is self-explanatory and has a deep meaning behind it. It implies that we should not judge people by their appearance. Often in life, you must have heard the proverb, don't judge a book by its cover. It means that we should not underestimate anyone based on their looks. In fact, the depth and the character of the person matters the most. Why should we never judge a book by its cover? There are many reasons why should we never judge a book by its cover. The first one is that you know nothing about someone by their appearance. We must judge people with their capabilities and personalities and not merely with their external appearance. Let us take a story with the same moral. Once there was a woman, she was in a train journey. She forgot her wallet at home. She waiting for the train, she goes to restaurant and orders very cheapest meal. And she goes to washroom. Upon returning, she notices a shabby dressed man sitting on her table and eating the plate of rice. This infuriates her, thinking he stole her plate. But the lady did not say anything to that man. After, the man gets up and leaves. After that, the lady sat on the same table and eating the plate of rice. However, soon she realized that she was eating from that man's plate. After she left her belongings on the another table. That table had her plate of rice without touched. Thus, she judged him as a thief because of his clothing sense. It is easy to judge someone by their appearance, but it is an unkind act that no one deserves. So don't judge a book by its cover. Thank you for this wonderful offer.
Excellent, dear. Lot number 31, G. Jerome.
A warm welcome to all present here. I am here to share my views on the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover may seem as a very common and uninteresting paraphrase. As dull as it sounds, the philosophy associated with it is far much easier. This exactly is what the phrase implies. Simple things in our life are good enough to teach us lifelong lessons. Only we need to have an approach that is curious and broader enough. The phrase, don't judge a book by its cover, is not simply limited to a book itself, but in general, it is a vague expression of whatever we see, or rather, how we perceive anything from the external appearance is not the real deal. The true nature not lies within the thing being observed. The thing can be dead, person, animal, etc. The context in itself says that what appears on the outside is not necessarily the same inside. There is no need to be harsh and judgmental towards people with a negative attitude. You can never truly know what someone is going through by simply looking at them. It's easy to make quick judgment about people, but it's important to remember that everyone has their own story. Just because someone may seem negative or unapproachable doesn't mean that they don't have a kind and caring heart. Everyone deserves to be here, so take the time to get to know about someone before you write them off. You might be surprised by how much you have in common. Too often, people and things have been misjudged because of their outward appearance in possession. It is forgotten that behind every darkness, there is a light that is trying so hard to be seen. The concept of misconstruing is practiced in every moment of our days. The least could be done is to take a deeper look. A person or thing is so very different from one's perspective point of view. Considering this type of behavior is experienced in every moment of our life. Life often teaches us the importance of not misjudging people at face value. Imagine receiving a gift wrapped with plain paper. At first, it might not look like much, but when we unwrap it, we find something special and meaningful. In the same way, our experience with people and situations will surprise us if we give them a chance. Each person has a unique story, and every situation has layers that may not immediately visible. It's easy to make quick judgment about people, their present and their past, but you have been amazed at the pain and tears a single smile hides. Whatever a person shows to the world is only one tiny facet of an iceberg hidden from sight. And more often than not, it leans with cracks and scars that go all the way to the foundation of their soul. Never judge someone by the way he looks or a book by the way it's covered, for inside those tad pages, there is a lot to be discovered. Finally, the adage, don't judge a book by its cover, encourages us to look beyond appearances and appreciate the richness that exists within each individual. Accepting differences can lead to a meaningful connections and a more inclusive world. Let me end my speech with a beautiful quote. When a bird is alive, it eats ants. When a bird is dead, ants eat a bird. Time and circumstance can change at any time. Don't devalue or hurt anyone in life. You may be powerful for today, but remember, time is more powerful than you. One tree makes a million matchsticks, but only one matchstick is needed to burn a million trees. So be good and do good. Thank you.
Superb quote, dear.
Yes, we have successfully completed our English elocution competition for grade 9 students. We could see your efforts and hard work from your performance. Hats off, dears. Now, I request our judges and AO sir to present the compliments to the students. I would invite all the students to receive your compliments.
Okay, dear parents and dear children, that you have given the very great speech, spontaneous speech. The content is very essential. Even though I am not here, I have seen your speech by YouTube very well. Now I call upon the retired teacher Ayadure Ganesan to give some praises for our children because he is a pious man that his wishes is needed for us. ஒரு நிமிஷம் வாங்கலாம். He is a retired teacher. His age is, I think he crossed 80 with good health, retired scout master too. He is coming to meet me today, fortunately, so that I call upon him. Come and get this participants' praises here now.
Good afternoon to all of you. I am really happy to meet you all again through this media. So here comes the end of the grade 9 English elocution competition. Really, my dear children, out of 31, 29 have attended today's competition, and all of you have given a very challenging task to all the judges. So really, you all did well. It's unbelievable performance and speech by all the eloquent speakers. So I guess our judges are really thrilled to judge you all people. Judging all the eloquent speakers is not really a easy task. So usually we have a tradition to honor 5 winners and 5 runners for all the elocution competitions, but this time it's not possible for us to stick on with the same traditional plan. So herewith today we are going to increase the count to 15, and out of this 7 will be rewarded as winners and 8 will be announced as runners. Because the marks which you have gained, it's really very close call for all of us. All the marks are same, almost same. People have secured lot of same marks. So here come the winner list. In this list, I am going to call Shakti Devi, K Shakti Devi, for her wonderful speech. Yeah, ma'am, join ma'am. Followed by yes, Nisha. Yes, Ranjana. P. Sara Angelina. R. Akshaya. V. Pritika Sri. J. Nasima Pavin. And I am continuing with the runner list. The first student I am going to call is B. Deva Roshini. G. Jerome. S. Hariharan. S. Prasanna. P. Sashvita. G.S. Panimalar Bharati, K. Harita Varshini, the last one, S. Raja Pragadish. My sincere appreciations to all the winners and runners. So actually, I should not say as winner and runners because all the participants who have participated today are considered as winners. Really, you have won our hearts. Your performance was really eloquistic and it's a great one. Even we admire all of you for your wonderful performance. So keep on doing this wonderful task. My best wishes to all of you in your future endeavors. Wait a moment. It's time to honor our judges. First, we are privileged to honor the Nananda School, Nananda Nursery and Primary School's principal, It's a privilege to have you, ma'am. Have you here, ma'am. It's a great privilege for us. You have did a great job, remarkable job. Your judgment was so precise, and it was really great. Next, I would like to ask our principal to honor our English teacher, Miss A.M. Divya. Thank you, both of you, for your wonderful remarks. Next, we would like to honor our special guest, Ganesan sir, for your presence. I would request our principal sir to be on stage to honor the other judges, our teachers, Mrs. Shamshad Banu ma'am and Mrs. Ramadevi ma'am. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Now I'd like to invite Principal Sir to honor our Rama ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite V Kritika ma'am to deliver vote of thanks.
A very good noon to one and all gathered here. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this English elocution competition. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to our disguised principal sir, AO sir, HM ma'am, and our chief guests, and my dear students, parents, and technicians. Your contribution have been instrumental in making this event resounding a success. Let us carry forward knowledge and inspiration guide today. Once again, thank you for all being a part of the competition. Thank you.
Now it's time to wind up our session. Develop success from failure. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Now let's stand for national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विदाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलशित रंगा जब शुभ नामे जाहे जब शुभ आशीष माहे जाहे जब शय गादा जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे